Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Today we are going to discuss biosynthesis and utilization of ketone bodies. The compounds like acetone, acetoacetate, and beta hydroxybutyrate, they are recorded as ketone bodies. And among these three, two of them like acetone and acetoacetate, which bears the true keto groups like C double bond O group, they are called as true ketone bodies. And third one, which is beta hydroxybutyrate, which don't have this carbon oxygen double bond, but this is present in the form of alcoholic functionality. But definitely this beta hydroxybutyrate is the part of this ketone body synthesis and ketogenesis, and therefore this is also recorded as the third ketone bodies. These ketone bodies are water soluble and they yield energy whenever it's needed in the cell, in the form like when muscles are continuously uh, utilizing their energy and power, therefore they needs the energy, and this energy in most of the cases is provided by the pathway which is the you can say lysis of the ketone bodies, which is the metabolism of the ketone bodies. And acetone is the exception to this because it can't be metabolized in the ketone body metabolism, but in most of the cases it's expelled out from the body through the respiration process, and this is taken away from the body through the, you can say, nose, and through the respiration process, and therefore it's not is dealt in the ketone body metabolism. Number first is ketogenesis, and synthesis of ketone bodies is called ketogenesis. And this synthesis of ketone body occurs in the liver. It means that liver is the very important main organ which carry out many metabolic process, which are very important for our normal, you can say, the well-being, for the normal routine purposes to providing energy. And the enzymes which are responsible for the ketone body synthesis, they are located in the mitochondrial matrix, which are multiple in the liver. And acetyl CoA, which is definitely formed by the beta oxidation of fatty acid, pyruvate, or some amino acids, they also serves as the precursor for the ketone body. And in the last lecture, we have discussed the beta oxidation of the fatty acid. And lastly, I have told you the beta oxidation of fatty acid, which was the saturated one. And through the series of the reaction, this fatty acid was converted into, in each cycle, two carbon unit or two carbon containing molecule, which was acetyl CoA, and other molecule which was also forming in the cell, which was acyl CoA. And this acyl CoA again enters in a new cycle, and it will again give the acetyl CoA. But again, the acyl CoA, which is going to be formed, is two carbon less. It means that acetyl CoA, whenever there is a large, you can say, the reservoir of the acetyl CoA is present in the mitochondria, then definitely ketone body synthesis is going to be take place. It means that for ketone body synthesis, the main precursor is from the beta oxidation of the fatty acid. And ketogenesis occur through the following reaction. And ketogenesis means ketone bodies are going to be formed by utilizing the acetyl CoA. And definitely these acetyl CoA are provided by the beta oxidation of fatty acid. And the first reaction is that the two acetyl CoA, they will condense together to give acetoacetyl CoA. And these in the formation of acetoacetyl CoA, there is liberation of one coenzyme A functionality. And definitely when these two acetyl CoA will unite, one S CoA will be expelled out from them as CoASH. And this enzyme will be catalyzed by the by thiolase type of enzyme, and these are called the beta ketothiolase. It means that this bond CS bond is going to be breakdown, and this C is going to be form a new bond between CC linkage through CC linkage with the other acetyl CoA molecule. Therefore, the acetoacetyl CoA will be formed, and from here, one hydrogen is also giving away in order to give the stability in the form of CH2 intervening carbon, and this is expelled out with the S CoA in the form of CoA SH. And this definitely synthesis of acetoacetate is properly regarded as it's the reversal of the thiolase reaction, which is catalyzed in case of fatty acid. Like you can see from here, the last reaction of fatty acid, this one, it's the beta ketoacyl CoA, and in it there is also involvement of thiolase enzyme, and this thiolase enzyme will break this bond to give two functionalities, one in the form of acetyl CoA and other in the form of acyl. And this acyl will definitely take the S-CoA part from the coenzyme ASH, and in this way two CoA containing molecules will be formed. But in the ketogenesis, this reaction is reversed one, that the two S-CoA are united to give one CoA in the form of acetoacetyl, you can say molecule, and there is liberation of one S-CoA in the form of CoASH. And this acetoacetyl CoA again combined with another molecule of acetyl CoA to produce beta hydroxy, beta methyl glutaryl CoA, which is also abbreviated as HMG CoA. What happened in this reaction? In fact, this synthase enzyme is responsible for the removal of this S-CoA from another upcoming acetyl CoA molecule to give its acetyl part to the acetoacetyl. Therefore, you can look from here from acetoacetyl CoA and HMG CoA formulation. There is only difference that this acetyl group, which is also regarded as acyl group, is bounded over here. And what happened over, here, that this carbon attained the configuration in this way, that from sp2 hybridized carbon, which was bounded in C double bond O, it's changed into sp3 hybridized carbon. Now it's forming 4 sigma bond, and fourth sigma bond is now available for the union of this acyl group. Therefore, this methyl group will be present below this carbon, and a new bond will be formed over here. And similarly, this S CoA will be liberated, and when it's going to be liberated, it will be liberated in the free form as CoASH, and this CH3 will be united here after giving away one hydrogen, and this definitely oxygen will not be present in no negative form, it's present in the neutral form, and now the carbonyl group is changed into the alcoholic functionality, and this hydroxy group is present on the first, it's alpha, and it's the beta, and on beta position there is presence of hydroxy group and presence of methyl group as well. Therefore, it's written in the alphabetically order like beta hydroxy, beta methyl, glutaryl, which pairs 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons with CoA, and this enzyme definitely have a very important part in, you can say, the in while uniting the another CoA molecule, acetyl CoA, with the acetoacetyl CoA. When HMG CoA is formed, now the next enzyme is lyase. It's derived from this substrate, and it's HMG CoA lyase. What it will do, it will, it's doing here the breaking of the bond, and the when bond is going to be break, you can see from here this COO negative CH2 and C, this will like this is liberated in the form of acetoacetate, and the rest of the molecule, which is S-CoA carbonyl CH2, is liberated in the neutral form, and the form is acetyl CoA, and therefore the lysis of bond will takes place from here, and again this carbon from sp3 hybridization, it's going to attain the sp2 hybridization, and when there is formation of acetoacetate, then it has two pathway to undergo. One is the spontaneous, and other one is catalyzed by the enzyme. In the spontaneous step, this carbon, and in fact the carboxylic acid group is giving away, and it's giving away in the form of carbon dioxide, and it means that there is removal of carbon dioxide from the acetoacetate in the spontaneous reaction to yield or to expel out the carbon dioxide, and overall this spontaneous reaction is decarboxylation reaction, and definitely acetone is an important you can say the ketone body which is formed over here, and this acetoacetate through the beta hydroxy butyrate dehydrogenase enzyme, this enzyme will definitely, what it's causing here, it's causing it's or it's converting this carbonyl functionality into the alcoholic one. It means that carbonyl group is going to be reduced in the alcohol form, and definitely there is need for the hydrogen, and these hydrogens are provided from the NADH and H, and in a multiple type of the reaction which we have discussed up till now, there is involvement of NADH and FADH, And always remember NAD is written as NAD plus and its reduced form is written as NADH and H. While for FAD it's always written FADH2. And therefore this reduction reaction is accomplished by the involvement of nicotine adenine dinucleotide in its reduced form, and these hydrogens are giving or providing to the carbon to change from the carbonyl or sp2 hybridized carbon to the alcoholic one. Therefore rest of the structure is same, like starting from carboxylic acid group, then SCH2, then C. One is oxygen is present in the form of hydroxy, and second hydrogen is also attached with the carbon in order to keep it in the balance, or the you can say in the stable form, and CH3 methyl group at the terminal position. Therefore there is synthesis of beta hydroxybutyrate along with the acetone, and third one is acetoacetate. It means that while starting from the starting material, which was the acetyl CoA, through the series of the reaction there is formation of ketone bodies in the mitochondrial matrix, which is present in the liver, and liver is responsible for the ketogenesis. And definitely this enzyme hydrogenase is very important one, because although its name is dehydrogenase, it looks like it's causing the oxidation, but definitely dehydrogenase enzyme can impart or can give the reaction which are concerning with uh, mm, giving away hydrogen to certain molecule. Therefore, there is reduction of acetoacetate to give beta hydroxybutyrate, and there is decarboxylation of acetoacetate to give acetone. Here is the overall reaction while starting from the 2 moles of acetyl CoA, and these acetyl CoAs were provided from the beta oxidation of fatty acid. When fatty acid is present in the body and there is need for the energy, they are converting into acetyl CoA, and from the series of the reaction which we have discussed one by one, here is the complete pathway that the ketone bodies are giving away in the mitochondrial matrix as a result of ketogenesis. And definitely the carbon skeleton of some amino acids, which is ketogenic, and they are also regarded to uh, degraded to acetoacetate or acetyl CoA. Therefore, certainly at the end they will yield or form the ketone bodies. And such type of the amino acid which lies under this category to give or yield the ketone bodies are leucine, lysine, and phenyl alanine. Next is the utilization of ketone bodies. Up till now, we have discussed the formulation or the synthesis or the production of the ketone bodies. Now is the utilization of ketone bodies, that if the ketone bodies are formed, then what are the areas where, what are the sites where they should be utilized. And there is true facts about the ketone bodies, that they are the water soluble one, and therefore these are easily transported from the liver, where they are synthesized to the various tissues. And you know this all the transportation is carried by the blood and infect the water molecule, and therefore these ketone bodies are hydrophilic in nature. They like water molecules, and therefore their solubility in the water is high, and therefore from their site of production, like from the liver, they can be given to the various tissues like muscles and so on. And two ketone bodies, which are acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate, they serves as important source of energy, and they are important source of energy for the peripheral tissues like the skeletal muscle, cardiac muscles, and the renal cortex, because these region like cardiac muscle, they continuously need the energy. Brain needs energy, cardiac muscle continuously need energy even if we are sleeping, because the heart is going to be perform its function all the time, 24 hours. They have to pump the blood throughout the body and give the energy to the all uh, parts. And therefore the tissues which lack the mitochondria like the erythrocytes, they however can't utilize the ketone bodies. It means that ketone bodies are not utilized by the erythrocytes to give the energy. Therefore, production of ketone bodies and their utilization, it becomes more significant when glucose is in short. And when glucose is in short, it means that any person is not taking the glucose or the monosaccharide in the food, because during the like starvation period when there is nothing to eat. And second is more alarming case is the diabetes mellitus case, and the person which has the very high blood glucose level. And unfortunately with the diabetes mellitus person, the glucose is present in the blood, but it's not there to provide the energy, because it's continuously expelling out of the body, because insulin is not performing its functioning. There is malfunction at the insulin end. Therefore, during the prolonged starvation, and this starvation may continue for many days, and ketone bodies are therefore the major fuel source for the brain and other parts of the central nervous system as well. And it should be noted here that the ability of the brain to utilize fatty acid for energy is very limited, and therefore ketone body provides the main energy to the brain functioning, and nearly 50 to 70% energy which the brain needs, and this is provided by the ketone bodies, because although fatty acid are providing energy, although glucose is providing the energy, but ketone bodies are very important to provide energy for the proper brain functioning. And therefore it's a one school of thought that this is an adaptation for the survival of organism during the period of food deprivation, when a person is not providing proper food, or when his sources is not so that he or she can take a surplus amount of the carbohydrate or glucose in his or her food. Therefore food is not providing glucose or the monosaccharides for the energy. Therefore there are ketone bodies. They come in the you can say field, they come in the metabolic system, and they provide the necessary energy. Here are the reactions of the ketone bodies, and these reactions are represented here as the catabolism of the ketone bodies, that how the ketone bodies provide the energy. And in fact, from while starting from the beta hydroxybutyrate, and again there is reversal of this reaction, it's reversal of the synthesis as for the beta hydroxybutyrate. um, and if this beta hydroxybutyrate is undergo the you can say the oxidation reaction, and this oxidation reaction is catalyzed by the dehydrogenase enzyme. And this enzyme definitely works in coordination with the NAD, and NAD is taking away the hydrogen, one hydrogen from this oxygen, and one hydrogen from this carbon. Now the reactions are going to be reversed, the chemistry is going to be reversed. from the you can say sp3 hybridized carbon. Carbon is again attaining the hybridization of sp2, and again from the you can say hydroxyl functionality, ketonic functionality is going to be formed. And definitely there is a major role of the dehydrogenase enzyme and NAD, and therefore two hydrogens are expelled out and they are giving away with the NAD in the form NADH and H. And there is formation of you can say the oxidized form of beta hydroxybutyrate in the form of acetoacetate. And next enzyme is thiophorase. Thiophorase enzyme is a very interesting one that it's utilizing a big CoA, and this large CoA is succinyl CoA. And this succinyl CoA, what it will do for the acetoacetate, succinyl will do the very good function, and it gives its S-CoA. It means that coenzyme A is now provided by the succinyl CoA because it will donate its S-CoA to acetoacetate, and in fact it will attain the form of succinate like two carboxylate groups. And definitely this acetoacetate is converting into acetoacetyl CoA. It means that rest of the molecule remains same like CH3 carbonyl CH2 and this carbonyl. And therefore by the action of thiophorase enzyme, the CoA is transferred to the acetoacetate, and one oxygen is given to this this carbon will attain the configuration of S double bond C double bond O, and this carbon is now united with the form bond with the sulfur, and therefore one carbon is less, and this carbon is definitely go towards the succinyl CoA, and now it will be in the form of succinate. And therefore the again there is a new CoA is formed, and this is acetyl CoA. And this enzyme thiophorase is a very important one. And the importance of this enzyme lies in that this enzyme is absent in the liver, and therefore ketone bodies are not utilized by the liver. Although the ketone bodies are synthesizing in the liver, but its utilization is away from the liver, and their definitely utilization is towards the muscles and other tissues, peripheral tissues. And again the thiolase enzyme came, and thiolase definitely cleaves the carbon carbon bond, and this carbon carbon bond is going to be break from here. It means that this uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon unit is going to be lyase, or going to be break in the form of the 2 carbon and 2 carbon containing units. And definitely when there is lysing of the bond, then this carbon will be one you can say bondless, one valency length, and this valency is going to be satisfied in the form of enzyme co A, and in the presence of thiolase enzyme, which breaks the C-C bond, and definitely new bond is formed, which is CS. And definitely when this bond is going to be break, this CH2 will not be present in the CH2, but it will take one hydrogen and attain the formation of or shape of the methyl group. And in this way the two acetyl CoA are formed in the cell after the you can say catabolism or the metabolic degradation of the ketone bodies. And This thiolase enzyme causes the conversion of the four carbon unit into the two independent units of two independent units, each comprising of two carbons. In this way, the acetyl CoA, which was which were provided by the beta oxidation of fatty acids, in the beginning they were used as the precursor and they form the ketone bodies. But during their utilization, again the ketone bodies acetate and beta hydroxybutyrate, they are going to be break down and gives the acetyl CoA molecules. Here is the complete pathway while starting from the beta hydroxybutyrate, and there is formation of the multiples of acetyl CoA in the cell. And definitely, you know their destination. Where is their destination? Acetyl CoA is largely, you can say, utilized in the TCA or the citric acid cycle. And definitely, citric acid provides a lot of energy in the form of ADPs to the cell. And here is the overall picture, which gives the summary of the ketone bodies and its synthesis. And definitely, the synthesis of ketone body occurs in the liver, and they are carried out through the bloodstream because of high, you can say, the association or the water solubility of the ketone bodies with the water. And through the blood, they are giving to the extrahepatic tissues, like the tissues other than the liver, and these are the muscles. And when muscles they enter, they take the they are giving their acetyl CoAs to the TCA. And therefore, in the liver, you can see large amount of fatty acid is present, and fatty acids gives the through the beta oxidation they provide the acetyl CoA, and glucose is providing the acetyl CoA. Amino acids are providing the acetyl CoA, and therefore these all together acetyl CoA, they form lot of ketone bodies. It means that liver there is coordination or interdependence between the, you can say, the lipids or fatty acids, between the you can say carbohydrate units, and between the proteins. It means that each of these like protein, carbohydrate metabolism, they are not going to be in the independent pathway, but these metabolisms are quite linked and interdependent on one another. And therefore, due to the high production of acetyl CoA in the liver, large amount of the concentration of the ketone bodies are formed. And definitely they acetyl CoA, they definitely go into another pathway, which is tricarboxylic acid cycle or the citric acid cycle, and they provide the energy by giving away the you can say the the extra carbons in the form of carbon dioxide. And through the bloodstream, the ketone bodies definitely they are flushed out of the body in the form of urine through the action of kidneys, and through the action of lung they are expelled out or exhaled. And only one ketone body is exhaled out of the body, and this is the acetone. And the other rest of them will definitely go in the extrahepatic tissues. And in muscles, when they will go, the ketone bodies will yield acetyl CoA, as we have discussed in the last slide. And definitely in muscles, there is liberation of acetyl CoA from these sources. And these acetyl CoA again enter in the mitochondrial matrix through the TCA, they will provide the energy. It means that they all pathways are linked together. And this is the overall summary of the ketone body synthesis, their utilization in the body to provide the energy, and their excretion through the body in the form of, you can say, through the respiration and through the urine. Then there is question, if there is overproduction of ketone bodies, then what is happening? And in the normal individual, there is constant production of ketone bodies by the liver, and there is continuously utilization in the extrahepatic tissues like the muscles. And the normal concentration of ketone bodies, which should be present in the blood, it should be maintained around only 1 milligram in per deciliter of the blood. It means that very low concentration of the ketone body, only 1 milligram per deciliter of the blood should be maintained in healthy individual. And their excretion in urine is very low and undetectable by the routine test, which is the Rothera test. It means that in healthy individual, the ketone bodies are only present in the blood, and there is no expulsion or expelling out of the extra ketone bodies through the urine. But when the rate of synthesis of ketone body exceeds, then their rate of utilization in the extra hepatic tissues, then they are going to be concentrate in the blood. And when the concentration of ketone body is going to be rise in the blood, then this condition is called ketonemia. And this definitely ketonemia is due to the increased production of the ketone bodies rather than the deficiency in their utilization. It means that the ketone bodies are not so frequently, they are not utilizing, but they are continuously um, produced in the body. Therefore ketonemia is condition is arised. And second condition is ketonuria, and it represents the excretion of ketone bodies in urine as well. And these terminologies are familiar to you because I have discussed such type of terminologies in case of galactose metabolism, in which I have told you that there is keto galactosemia in case of high galactose concentration in the blood, and galactosuria in case of high concentration of galactose in the urine. Similarly, ketonemia is termed as high concentration of ketone bodies in blood, and ketonuria, high concentration of ketone body in the urine. And overall, they combine together, give a new terminologies which is called as ketosis. And ketosis, in ketosis, because the acetone, for the acetone, the expelling out of the body is through the breathing mechanism. Therefore the smell of acetone is felt in the breath of the individual which is having high ketone body synthesis in its body. And therefore ketosis is commonly associated with the starvation period and severe uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, in which individual has a very large amount of glucose in the blood, but this glucose is not providing the energy through the glycolysis. Therefore when glucose is not available for providing the energy, and definitely the energy will comes from the fatty acid metabolism. And when energy is providing from the degradation of the fatty acid, and then definitely fatty acid will be degraded with the passage of time, and they will impart more and more acetyl CoA in the system. And whenever there is more production of acetyl CoA, then they definitely lead to towards the more formation of the ketone body, because acetyl CoA, for acetyl CoA the second pathway will be the citric acid cycle. But if there is any impairment or you can say disease condition in the TCA cycle due to the deficiency of oxaloacetate, because oxaloacetate is very important to start the cycle. When it's not available, then there must be the diversion towards the glucose synthesis to meet the essential requirement for the tissues like the brain needs energy all the time. And therefore it results an accumulation of high concentration of acetyl CoA, and its diversion for the overproduction of ketone bodies into the first into the during starvation into the blood, and so on. It's going to be expelling out of the body through the urine. In some countries, there is a tradition, or in some circumstances, the programs are designed to do the body weight loss through the reduction in the carbohydrate utilization. It means that carbohydrate will not be utilized, or carbohydrate will not be take in the food, and therefore the total calories are derived from the ketone bodies, and therefore the calorie intake until ketone bodies appear in the urine. When ketone bodies are going to appear in the urine, it means that there is continuously degradation of the fatty acid, which are no doubt they are present in the stored storage form in the tissues, and therefore ketone bodies appears in the urine, and therefore there is weight loss. And appearance of ketone bodies in urine is definitely indication of very active fatty acid metabolism, and this active fatty acid metabolism will be definitely the beta oxidation of fatty acid most primarily, and definitely along with the beta oxidation there is alpha oxidation as well, and there is omega oxidation as well. And what's its link with the diabetes mellitus? And definitely diabetes mellitus is associated when there is deficiency of the insulin is not properly produced in the body, and this result in the impairment in the carbohydrate metabolism, and therefore there's increased lipolysis means the triacylglycerol are going to be hydrolyzed to give the fatty acid and cholesterol, and definitely these both metabolism will ultimately leads toward the accumulation of high concentration of acetyl CoA, and in all circumstances these acetyl CoA have two pathways to convert into ketone bodies or to go towards the TCA cycle. And in severe diabetes mellitus condition, the blood plasma may have the concentration of ketone body which will reach 100 milligram per deciliter of blood, and for the urine it's too high. It's 500 milligram per day, and it's really very high, that the high concentration of the ketone bodies are continuously expelling out of the body in the form of urine. And therefore there must be the regulation of ketogenesis, that ketone bodies formation, particularly overproduction, occurs primarily due to the non-availability of carbohydrate to the tissue, and this is outcome of definitely excessive utilization of fatty acid. And there is regulation is done by the glucagon. Glucagon stimulate definitely ketogenesis, and whereas insulin will inhibit. And the increased ratio of glucagon and insulin in case of diabetes mellitus promote the ketone body formation, and this is due to the disturbance caused in the carbohydrate metabolism is very slow, and while the lipid metabolism is very high. Therefore there must be the definite regulation of the ketogenesis, that ketone bodies shouldn't be produced in the body, that they are making the part of the blood and expelling out of the body in the form of urine. In case of diabetes mellitus person, this is very serious condition. And there are two types of substances. One is ketogenic and other is anti-ketogenic. Ketogenic means these are the substances which promotes the ketogenesis. Ketogenesis means fat ketone body synthesis, and which biomolecule will increase the ketone synthesis, like fatty acids, amino acid, and among the amino acid leucine, lysine, and tyrosine are important. And anti-ketogenous substances mean the substances which inhibit the synthesis of ketone bodies, and they are the glucose, take up of glucose, cholesterol from the body, and glucogenic amino acid like glycine, alanine, serine, and glutamate. They definitely suppress the formation of uh, ketone bodies, or they are anti ketogenesis. Next condition is the ketoacidosis. Acidosis is the combination word, and it comes from the keto and acid. It means that high ketone body concentration in the blood, and definitely acidosis is word is derived from the pH, from the hydrogen ion concentration, from the acidity. And because the two ketone bodies, which are the acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate, they are very strong acids. And the carboxylic acid group has pK of around 4. And therefore, these ketone bodies are continuously dissociating in the blood. And by their dissociation, there is continuously release of H positive ion concentration. And definitely, when H positive ions concentration is going to be high, the pH of the blood is going to be low. Therefore, the in case of diabetic ketoacidosis, it's very dangerous because it may result in the coma and even the death condition. And definitely, in case of ketoacidosis, the blood has very high concentration of these two bodies, like these two molecules, acetoacetate and beta hydroxyacetate, beta hydroxy uh, butyrate. And definitely, the blood has very low pH, and it's the condition of high, um, you can say, acidic condition of the blood. And definitely, this is due to the starvation, in which glucose is not there, carbohydrates are not there to provide the energy. And ketosis is due to the starvation, is not usually accompanied by the ketoacidosis. It means that the two indefinitely go, in not all the condition they go the parallel one. And for the treatment of ketoacidosis, there is, in case of rapid treatment of diabetic ketoacidosis, is required to correct the metabolic abnormalities and the associated water and electrolyte balance, that the person having diabetes mellitus in combination of ketoacidosis, he must be administrated, or he must have surplus supply of the water in its body and electrolyte balance, like electrolyte are provided from the many foods, and no doubt simple salt. And administration of the insulin is very necessary, because it definitely it will make the available the glucose for degradation is going to be takes place, because in the diabetes mellitus person the glucose concentration is high, but it's not going to be metabolized because there is impairment at the insulin end. And therefore, the when glucose is in when insulin is injected in the body, and definitely it will utilize the glucose to provide the energy. And definitely, when glucose is providing the energy, then the ketogenesis, or the uh, ketone body involvement, will be inhibited one. In this way, the ketogenesis, or in other words ketoacidosis, will be regulated. And this regulation is very important in case of diabetes mellitus person, or the person which is facing the period of starvation as well. Student, it was for today's lecture, which we have discussed the metabolism of the ketone bodies. And You have to prepare the assignment for these two questions. And for the first, describe the pathways by which the acetyl CoA is produced and utilized in the metabolic system. Like today, we have discussed one pathway, and it was the ketogenesis, in which the acetyl CoA is utilized, and definitely another pathway in which the ketone bodies are going to provide the acetyl CoA. You have to search other pathways which provide the and utilize the acetyl CoA. And secondly, you have to describe the disease conditions which are responsible for the acetosis. Today, we have discussed the one condition in which ketone bodies are high in the blood. Therefore, the pH of the blood is low, and condition is recorded as the acetosis. And you have to search the other disease conditions in which are responsible for imparting the acetosis. Thank you, student. Best wishes, and Allah Hafiz.